Welcome to the Doublemint Cup series here. We're down in the second race of Mexico here. This time, the road course configuration here. Kyle Keith qualified on the pole. The Terminator and Genesis Chevy qualified very well today. We're going to see how this may end up. As watch the green flag wave here in just a moment here. And there it is. Green flag out here. Kyle Keith leads the field down as 42 other racers are going to tackle this track here. As you can see already, some drivers already diving into turn number 1. Lots of drivers already. Very dicey. And there goes the 51. The 51 spins around, the 17 around as well. And a melee here on lap number 1. Everybody trying to slow down on each other. 98 slams the 1. As the caution is out here already on lap number 1, we race back down towards the start-finish line here. Michael Cavagnaro already trying to duck to the inside of Kyle Keith. Kyle Keith doing all he can to battle that 18 machine. Can't quite do it. The 18 now your leader. Wow, JT Bryant already on a move here as well. That 12 car looking to get win number 2 here. The first one that has a win here, running in the top 5. Everybody else still gathering around each other, trying to gain as many spots as they can. Bit of 3 wide action here coming out of the last corner here. Chuck Petty, Ben Gerhardt, and Keon Eddington battling side by side, but the leader remains as the 18 here, as we'll take a look at the incident. So here's the reason we have our first caution here. Watch Zach Buchanan tries to squeeze the middle here and turns the 51 around. The 51 spins around, the 1 hits the tires, lightly hits him. The 17 went for a little spin there, and that's what really caused our first caution. The 98 just lightly taps the 1 there, as he'll take you back to the restart. Coming to take the green flag here at Mexico City here, Logan Brown is the race leader, the 18, the 42. Both pit alike. There you see they're not too far behind. They're a bit far ways back actually, so they got a lot of positions to gain here. As Warren Keith in the 24 runs in second, the Exalta machine, the Cariolo winner coming in here, looking forward to getting and securing his win today here. Trying to get for win number 2 here. Green flag back in the air. Warren Keith gets a good start there. Richard Johnson stays on the inside line here. As here they come down into turn number 1. The braking zone's right around here. Watch how many people are going to brake early and some are going to brake late. As Warren's going to try and go for the lead. Can't quite do it. Richard Johnson will advance to the second position instead. As the caution is out, the 17 has wrecked again. Lots of 3 wide action here. The single car wreck looks like, as everybody's going to race back down towards the start-finish line here. Alan Cavagnaro trying to get the 3rd position from Warren Keith here, as he will hold on there. The 11 advances a spot to 3rd. Had 3 Hendrick cars within the blanket here. Keith, Smith, and Turner. Turner, who won the Oval Mexico race, looking forward to sweeping the Mexico weekend here. Trying to get some success here. With 3 wins up his sleeve, he is definitely in the chase here. So we know he's not going to have to worry one bit until the actual chase starts to actually finish bad in points. So everything comes down to the last few races here, as the chase races are winding down. Well, races to get in the chase, that is. Excuse me there. Racing back down the line. It's a pretty clean battle from the rest on back. As the 50 will cross the line, he is your leader. So here's another reason. Here's the reason our caution came out, and the 17 did not bother the brake at all, and runs in the back of the 78 there. And that just basically he just spins himself out, and wow, just basically dive bombs and wrecks himself, and we'll take you back to the green flag. 1 to go signal. Yet again, Logan Brown has remained as your race leader. Richard Johnson still in second, Alan Cavagnaro 3rd, Warren Keith in 4th, and Tim Smith is in your top 5 here. As there you see Theo Segal coming down pit lane. So there's something weird with his They're reporting some weird issues on him. Logan Brown looking forward to getting win number 1. He's been hungry. Hasn't had a good season, but he's been hungry to get that win. As the green flag is out, Richard Johnson on the bumper of the 50 already. Warren Keith trying to duck to the outside here coming into turn number 1. Johnson decides to come back. As everybody else comes into turn number 1, looks like nice and easy here. But there's a crash in the back of the pack. No caution whatsoever, as they're still racing. There's Mark Sebeka on the inside of Tim Smith. This is a battle for the 5th position here. Sebeka looks under the 48 here. We're going to see if Smith gets the run off. Sebeka's going to fight back. Some close racing here. Turner is going to try and capitalize here, but Sebeka gets the run off and will take the spot away from Tim Smith. Here is Theo Segal coming back onto the racetrack. A bad day gone worse for him. There's the 20. The 20 has a lot of damage to his car. Mark Cavagnaro with heavy front end damage. He must have gotten in that wreck with the 44 in the back of the pack. So some tough breaks. That's a tough break for the 20 team here. They're going to have to come down pit lane in a moment here. There they are. There they come down pit lane. The 20 is, as it looks like he may be out of this one for today. Yeah, he's definitely out of this one. Chuck Petty on the inside of Annabelle Balvin. He's under 2 Penske teammates here. Or 2 Penske cars, that is. Raymond Fisher and Annabelle Balvin. Fisher tries to get the run off, and he will. Great battling here. This is for a mid-pack top 10 position here, but 22 will advance to the 10th spot. Richard Johnson has now taken the race lead from the 50 machine at that 47 up front, as Warren is now in 3rd. Bit of still close contact here between the 2 and the 21. They've been battling for a little bit, as the 21 will finally clear Fisher for position here. As Richard Johnson is going to lead the field down into the final corner here. This is lap number 8 out of 20 here. We still got a long ways to go. There's a battle here between Schwalmberg and Sam Curtis. This is a battle for what I believe is a top 15 position here. And Sam will clear the 88 here, right there. And he's going to be on a bit of a move today. As we pay attention to the standings up there, the leaderboard right now. As it seems the 21 is in the top 10 position here. He's in 10th. There is a battle for what I believe is the 13th position here. Sam gets the run off. He will clear the 2. Schwalmberg a bit loose there. He holds on to the, and there goes the 5. Only evolving around, and he gets hit by the 78. Caution will fly. Yes, it will, as a lot of cars slow down, trying to avoid the mess. But Richard Johnson holds a demanding lead, a .67 lead over the 50, and that might be extended due to that, but it will end once he crosses the line. Tim Smith and Jesse Turner are on the bumpers of each other. They're trying to gain some lost ground today. Tim Smith was close to beating his teammate at the oval version of this track. The configuration, Smith was strong near the end of that race, just could not get around that 25, and that 25 car is on the bumper of Tim Smith this time around. As Richard Johnson crosses the line, he is now your race leader. We have reached the halfway point here, as there you see like yellow lights there. Obviously we saw the caution, but we'll take a look at it. So this is all coming into one. This is the first incident that didn't bring out our caution, and Regan Smith runs into the back of his own teammate and takes out 2 RCR cars there, Keon Eddington and Donald Trump. Unfortunately for them, that did not bring out our caution somehow. As they kept on going. Here's another angle of the view. Watch the 43 here. That 43 car is going to make a move to the inside, makes a dive bomb move. The 20 follows, and it just brings a big stack up and takes out 3 cars as a result. And this is the reason our caution came out, only a Baldwin dive bomb to the 18, just trying to get the run, and just spins out and everybody just slows down. That really brings out our caution here, as we'll take you back to the restart. One to go signal out yet again. Logan Brown beat Richard Johnson out of pit lane, and Johnson lost a lot of spots there. We don't know about the pit strategy just yet, but Logan Brown, your leader, Tim Smith second, Harley third, Petty fourth, and Dutta in your top 5. As watch the flagman up in that top screen there. Watch him wave the green. Suddenly magical turns green. No, it doesn't actually. There we go. Green flag back in the air. And look at how many cars are going to be shuffling out of line just to get the momentums down into turn number 1. Braking and out braking are going to be the key factors for a lot of drivers today. They're going to do what they can to outbrake one another, but that might end up in disaster for some. Raymond Fisher and Connor Breton dive bomb the corner back there. That's not going to be pretty, and Breton spins out into the wall. He goes. And Raymond Fisher spins out in the back. Theo Segal's in the tire wall, as the back half of the field is collected in calamity here. Caution is out. I think, nope, Jesse Turner didn't really get much damage in that. But we're going to be racing back down toward the line. A lot of cars in a blanket as Logan Brown holds a comfortable lead over Tim Smith. Ton of damage for Theo Segal's machine. His day has not been good whatsoever. And he's just had a bad season so far. Everybody's still going to be racing hard for position here. The lead is still comfortable for Logan Brown. Tim Smith second. Dutta now up to third. Buchanan has made his way to the 4th position. Latest NASCAR 5th, and a battle for 6th position between the 42 and the 17. At least I believe. Yes, it is actually. As the 42 is going to lose a bit of ground here, as there's going to be a bit of a drag race here, as they're going to be racing across the line here. And Kyle almost gets turned there. And Jesse Turner looks like he might have just spun out of the last corner. So problems for the 25 team. But we'll take a look at the incidents to see what happened. So here's the reason. Oh, the 2 actually hooked the 27. 27 tries to hit the brakes here. Hits it successfully, but then him and Mark Stebecka tangle up. No room given, and the 27 gets put in the wall there. Then they went 3 wide here. And Fisher, Theo Segal just slams the tires. There's nothing he can do. And everybody just scatters together. They all squeezed each other there, and that really caused the 2 to spin out and send the 55 into the tires there. So here's what happened to Jesse Turner here. Actually, we figured out, oh, the Hendrick teammates both collide. Warren, Keith, and Turner both take each other out, and both of them go hard into the wall there. Light damage for Warren, but not so much for Turner, as it looks like a lot of right side damage to the 25 machine. Here's what take you back to the restart. It is the 1 to go signal out here, lap number 14 out of 20, soon to be lap number 15. Logan Brown is still your current leader here. Tim Smith in second. He's been close so many times here. He was close last time we ran here, which was literally recently. And Dutta runs in third. Really, the second and third place have been not too familiar, or aren't so unordinary here from the last Mexico race here. But Logan Brown trying to thread the needle here and hope that things come the best for him. Green flag is out. Tim Smith spins the tires here. Zach Buchanan's not going to hesitate one bit. He's going to move to the inside here as they come down into turn number 1. Look at the back of the pack here. Sam Curtis trying to dive underneath the 51 and the 19 here. This is going to get down, and they all wreck. The back half of the field wrecks again. And more damage done for several drivers here. It's a big crash in the back half of the field. Brings out our caution. At this rate, Logan Brown can win this race here, as everybody's still racing hard here up front here. Between the 10, the 42, the 14, and others. Logan Brown just trying to capitalize here on some bad misfortunes here. Tim Smith just trying to get her done here. As well, Goss almost gets shoved off in the grass by Regan Smith there. That wasn't going to be pretty between the two of them. There's a lot of racing in the back of the pack still. They are so rowdy in the back half of the field. They're going to do anything it takes. There's heavy front sight damage for Warren Keith. There is Raymond Fisher damage as well, as we'll take a look at the replay. These guys immediately dive-bombed each other so quickly. Sam Curtis went rowdy there. Watch the 71, he looks like he bounced off of somebody, bounces into Chuck Petty's path, and other cars just do the exact same thing. They spin each other out, basically. That's how they get their damage. Then the 21 slides up right into the 77, the 7's path. Sam Curtis piles in there. Everybody's trying to slow down as much as they can. You saw the 27 hit the tires there. Connor Breton's car is basically done for the day. But really, a multi-car crash there at the back half of the field as we'll take you back to the restart. You're wondering how many cars are out of the race here to make that 35 now, or 36 cars still in this race here, so still a surprising amount. The 11, unfortunately, a lap down. The green flag is out yet again. Tim Smith, Ian Dutta, Lily Does NASCAR, and Kyle Keith are going to do all they can. Let's see here, we're going to focus on the back half of the field here. This is where a lot of the calamity happened. And there you see what happens there. Mark Sebeka, Chuck Petty, Eric Rodriguez spins there. Buchanan's in the wall. But Tim Smith may be running out of luck here, because this may be the last time we'll ever have a restart here today at Mexico City. 41 and the 43 have been rubbing hard. They've been against each other. They've been near each other the whole race. I think that 41 wants to get around the damaged 43 here. As the 50 remains untouched here, coming out of the last corner here. Man, still the 41, the 43 is still hard on each other. Everybody else racing hard for all the positions they can gain here as they cross the line, and it looks like the 50 will keep the spot and the lead. We'll take a look at the replay. At this rate, these guys don't know how to learn. Looks like everybody just squeezed each other yet again, and then the 77 takes himself out into Zach Buchanan, and JT Bryant plows into the 77 basically. That's really all I have to really describe for that, as we'll take you to probably the end of this race. As this is the last lap here, they're coming out of the final corner here. Logan Brown trying to turn things around this season is pretty much looks like they're going to be good on fuel for today. The NASA machine has been struggling a lot of this season, and it looks like it will end here today. Logan Brown, as they come down this long straightaway, it will feel like an eternity. Watch the flag man just hold that flag basically, as Logan Brown will take the checkered flag here and win here at Mexico City, the Road Course edition. Great job by Logan Brown today. Lily Does NASCAR gets a solid second. She was ended up short. She knew she was probably faster than that 48. Tim Smith had to pit due to some fuel issues. They were short on gas. Kyle Keith gets a good third. The guy that qualified on the pole managed to make his way back up and do a successful recovery. Regan Smith gets a top 5 here with a 4th, while Goss gets 5th. 78 gets 6th, O'Neill Baldwin 7th, Eddington, who wrecked earlier 8th, Rachel Cucamonga 9th, and Donald Trump at 10th. Really, 3 Richard Childress cars running 8th through 10th, so good run for the Childress team, basically. So here are your results here. Logan Brown obviously being the race winner today in Mexico here. Tim Smith will end up relegating to 28th here, so that isn't going to be pretty for him. here are the rest of the results here. 29th through 42nd here. Man, it was a tough break to see some of those guys that were strong like Jesse Turner and Warren Keith early on to get taken out like that, as their days ended up just short today. But congratulations to Logan Brown on his first victory this season. He has punched himself out. That will knock Eric Rodriguez out unless the 77 can make a second win happen, as we'll take you to the full standings in just a moment.